For the life of me, I cannot understand why people are so desperate to be famous. I was just scrolling through YouTube and I happened to come across a video talking about Mr. Tyler Perry and his current situation that he's facing with allegations of one of his former employees accusing him of some not so pleasant things. And it made me think about the world that we live in and how we put people on a pedestal that we really don't know, only to find out that they're just as human as we are, actually even more troubled than we are. And I'm not saying that that's the case for Tyler Perry. I have full disclosure. I have enjoyed Tyler Perry's movies from the time that he started. I think I may have even been to a play. But the fact of the matter is, he is just an example of what happens when people reach a certain level of wealth and of celebrity status. We see it all the time. And I think that because on the surface, we see all of the beautiful things, we see the lifestyle, we see the glitz and the glamour, but we don't know what's really happening in people's lives and we don't know who they really and truly are. Let's take Sean Combs as an example. I don't call a grown man Diddy. I know that that's what he's widely known as. And we see a lot of videos on YouTube referencing the Diddy trial. I call him Sean Combs. I've called him Sean Combs for years. That's his name. That's what his mama named him. That's what I'm going to call him. But look at him, billionaire, rose up through the ranks, one of the greatest hip hop labels of all time, arguably the catalyst behind the greatest hip hop artist of all time, Notorious B.I.G. And even still, you look at all the access he had. Was it too much access? I'm really not here to judge. I don't judge. What I'm saying is things look good on paper, right? It's like when you go to a job, you fill out your resume and everything looks good on paper until you actually start doing that job. Maybe they even have things on a job description that appeals to you, but then when you actually start doing the work, it's completely something different. But people often, the point that I want to make here is people jazz up job descriptions, they jazz up their resumes to make it look a certain way. And I know that that happens when it comes to these public figures. Me personally, I never ever want to be famous. It doesn't appeal to me. I don't know about you, but you think about it, the scrutiny that they're under. And I think sometimes having too much of anything is not a good thing. And the money gives you or gives them the access to so many other things that I believe become vices. And you have to also understand, I've talked about this on another video because of the challenges that I had with adult content. This world is a world that is rude off of sex energy, but people use it in a way that they abuse it. So it's really not a surprise to me that we hear about in almost so many cases that the downfall of these notable people is due to sex, is due to the misuse of it, is due to the abuse of others. It just really doesn't surprise me at all because it's one of the greatest tools that the devil uses to distract people and to control people. And so we see it. We see it time and time and time again. It's not even things that are bringing these people down like taxes or illnesses. It's about sex and it's about money. And it's really unfortunate that people have these God-given talents and these God-given gifts, but they allow the enemy to come in and to distract them and to take them away from what their purpose is because they're so intoxicated with power. And so they think that they can do anything to anyone. And again, I'm not saying that Tyler Perry did anything, and I'm not here to convict Sean Combs. That really isn't my place here. What I'm saying is, I'm asking you, do you want to be famous? And at what cost do you want to be famous? Is it worth it? Is it worth it to lose yourself in that? You know, there's a scripture that says, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? I don't know about you folks, but I don't want to be famous. I'd rather be impactful. I'd rather use my gift and my talent to elevate lives and homes and communities. That's our purpose. We're here to love one another. I'm not preaching, I'm just saying. I have read biographies of some of the most notable men in different fields in just about every instance. I don't think there's not one that this isn't the case. Every instance, these men were controlled and ultimately brought down by their sex urges. So I just ask you, at what cost? Do you want to be famous? And at what cost do you want to be famous? Is it something that appeals to you? It just doesn't appeal to me. Leave it in the comments. But with that, I'm going to wrap this video up and remind you to own your mind, own your money, and own the keys to the bank.